Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, I am Pikni Fatima and my friend Hilda Nushifa. We will show to you one of place that became the icon of the city of Jakarta. It is Monas. Without waiting too long, let's go check it out. Monas or Monas Villa is one of the monuments that symbolize the struggle of Indonesia. Monas has been known by the public as an icon of the city of Jakarta. Monas is a height of 132 meters 433 feet, which was established to commemorate the resistance and struggle of the Indonesian people to seize independence from the Dutch is in this colonial government. The construction of this monument began on August 17, 1961 years under the order of President Sukarno and was opened to the public on July 12, 1975 years. This monument was coroned with flames coated with gold seeds, symbolizing the burning spirit of struggle. The national monument is located right in the middle of Medan Merdeka Square, central Jakarta. The history of the establishment of Monas was not kidding because it was accompanied by various transverse obstacles. The construction of the national monument began on August 17, 1961 years for the first phase and was chaired by the President of the Republic of Indonesia, while the second stage of the history of the establishment of Monas was carried out in 1969 years. After the central government of the Republic of Indonesia returned to Jakarta after being domiciled in Yogyakarta in 1950 years, following recognition of the Republic of Indonesia by the Dutch government in 1949, President Sukarno began planning the construction of national monument equivalent to the Eiffel Tower on the square, right in front of the Merdeka Palace. The construction of the Monas monument aims to commemorate and preserve the struggle of the Indonesian people during the 1949 years independent revolution so that it will continue to inspire the patriotism of the nation next generation. On August 17, 1954 years, a national committee was formed and a national monument design contest was held in 1955 years. There were 51 work submitted criteria set by the committee, but only one work by Frederick Silaban fulfilled the Sukarno then asked the architect R.M. Sudarsono to continue the design. Sudarsono inserted the number 17, 8, and 45, symbolizing August 17, 1945, starting the proclamation of Indonesia independence into the design of the monument. It means this monument was built by Freddy Silaban and R.M. Sudarsono. Monas section from the main gate, History Museum Room, Independent Room, Grand Court, Fire of Independent, Monument Body, and Monument Peak. The top of the Monas monument is said to have a gold layer weighing 35 kilograms. The price of admission to the Monas varies depending on which part we will visit and also age. If you want to go to the top of the Monas, the ticket is from 4,000 rupiah until 15,000 rupiah, and for the cave and museum from 2,000 rupiah until 5,000 rupiah. That is the history about Monas. Next, at Monas, we can enjoy many types of tours and educational materials. Various events are also often held at this place located in central Jakarta, including during the festive 2020 New Year celebration and packed with many visitors. Many places can be visited at Monas. Reporting from the Jakarta Tourism and the Jakarta Museum pages, there are at least 6 activities that you can do in the Monas area. First, see the skyscraper. Ride to the top of Monas by using the elevator, including many visitors. From the top of Monas, you can see skyscrapers in the city of Jakarta through several available binoculars. But you have to buy coins for 2,000 rupiah first if you want to use binoculars. Even if the air is clear, visitors can see Musalak in West Java and the Java Sea with the Thousand Islands. The peak yard of Monas is 11 x 11 meters in size and can accommodate 50 people. There are 2 opening hours, day and night, with a limited queue. Next is educational tourism. At the bottom of the national monument, there is a very large national museum and could be an educational tourism area. This museum displays the history of the struggle of the Indonesian people. The area of this museum is 80 x 80 square meters. On all of 4 sides of the museum, there are 12 diorama window display. The diorama is divided into 6 sides that have their own stories, namely displaying the history of Indonesia from the era of kingdoms of the ancestor of the Indonesian nation, such as the diorama of the Oath of Palapa Gajah Mada until G30 SPKI. Next is Dancing Fountain. The fountain decorated with lights when inaugurated by the governor of the Jakarta, Jarod Saiful Hidayat, in the area of the Nation Monument, Jakarta. In Monas Park, we can show a dancing fountain show. Usually, the show is done on Saturday nights and Sunday nights. There are 2 hours of performance at 7:30 and 8:30 a.m. The duration of each session is approximately 20 until 30 minutes. Especially to welcome the new year, we can see the dancing fountain on 31 December at 7:45 until 8 a.m. o'clock. In each session, the dancing fountain performance will be accompanied by several national and regional songs. Next is take the tourism train. If you feel tired walking, you can take a tourism train at Monas. Yellow and red train are indeed much in demand by visitors. Those tourism are willing to stand in line for transfer back and forth to Monas. Besides being free, by riding this train we don't need to waste energy to get heating up on foot. All you have to do is show the entrance ticket to Monas, which will purchased at the base of the monument to get on this tourism train. This train usually drops and rises visitor every 10 minutes. Next is culinary tour. If you want to fill your stomach, you don't need to worry because there are many culinary choices in the Monas area. You can enjoy culinary tour at street food vendor or in the swaying area of Jakarta. In this integrated area, you can enjoy a variety of typical Indonesian culinary offerings. The types are also quite diverse, ranging from lead rice, soto Betawi, satay Madura, pecel lele, chicken taliwang, and many more. In addition to relief and hunger while resting, in Swaying Jakarta, some places sell a variety of souvenirs. And the last is exercise. You can also get rid of boredom by enjoying the Monas Park, which is city forest that is sided with beautiful gardens. In this park, you can play with a herd of deer that were intentionally informed from Bogor or Palace. You can also exercise in this park with friends and family. In this park also provided several futsal and baseball courts that can be used by anyone. Next explanation will be continued by Hilda Nushipa.